Hello, good evening, and welcome to another DS Models and Vintage builds at the Agora Models ROUTEMASTER. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it tonight. We're very, very close to bringing Pack 9 to an end, and we will be bringing Pack 9 to an end tomorrow evening when we'll be doing 89 and 90. So, but for this evening, we'll be doing Pack 9, and we'll be doing stages 87 and 88 tonight. Okay, can somebody tell us if we're live? Because my iPad's not working, so it doesn't say that I'm live at the minute. So
It's saying up here you're live.
oh, that's all right then. That's okay, as long as it's. I don't know what's up with my iPad for some reason. I don't know what's wrong with it. So it's not picking up the stream, which is a bit funny, isn't it? So it could be my iPad. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it says we're live. It's slow. Right, okay, so with me tonight I've got a lovely guest, and the guest that I've got is going to do all the chat for me, and is a glutton for punishment, as always, as we always are when we do the chat, and it's my good friend Geordie Dave.
Evening everybody, and thanks for having us on, Dave.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I think this is, as I say, yep, I'm doing it, as Dave says, I'm doing the chat tonight, just so that you can concentrate more on getting the build done, because you've got the instructions to look at as well. So
yeah,
so let's crack on with this building.
Thank you very much. Right, okay, let's crack on, as you say. Let me just move that over to there, and then I'll move on to the oh goodness me, yeah, the instructions. Let's bring them up on screen. So we'll be doing stage 87, and that's the framework and the windows for the upper deck. So we'll be doing this one and stage 88, which is the rear windows, the rear half of the windows, and then that will complete the offside of the bus upper deck windows and framework. So yeah, we've got a lot to do. So let me come back to screen, and we'll get rid of that. And then if you want to bring up the chat, Geordie Dave, while I'm changing my camera.
Okay, no problem. Okay, first off is Crafty Chris. Good evening, everyone. Enjoy the show with the two Daves tonight.
Hello, darling.
Hi, Chris. Then we'll have Mark Modz. Good evening, everybody. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Then we have Gillian Dots. Good evening, everyone. Hi, love.
Hi, Gillian.
And Crafty Chris, evening, Mark and Gillian. And Gillian, evening to Crafty Chris. And Mark, good evening, Crafty Chris and Gillian Dots. Just move this up. Gillian Dots, good evening, Mark Modz. And we'll have D Harris. A very good evening, Sir Dave.
Hi, D.
And D says, Crafty Chris and Gillian Dots, Mark Modz, good evening all. And Gillian Dots, good evening to D Harris. And we'll have Dave Mark. Good evening, everyone. Good luck with your build tonight, Sir Dave.
Hi, Dave.
And D Harris, good evening to Dave Mark. And we'll have Horlix. Good evening all. Evening, Horlix.
Hi, Horlix.
And Crafty Chris. Hi, D Harris and Dave Mark. And we'll have Alex Dimitridouris. Good evening, Dave, and to all who are watching this cracking show.
Hi, Alex.
Hang on, I've just jumped. Where am I? Oh no, I haven't jumped. We just get this up. The chat's coming in big here tonight. And we'll have Yorkshire Crafter. Good evening, everyone.
Hi, Julie.
And we'll have Dorf DMC. Evening, everyone. Accidentally clicked on the link for tomorrow.
Hi there.
Hi, Dorf. And Dave Mark, good evening. D Harris, Crafty Chris, Mark Modz, Gillian Dots, Horlix, Yorkshire Crafter, and Alex Dimitridouris. And Gillian Dots, good evening. Dave Mark. And Mark Modz, good evening. D Harris, Dave Mark Builds, Horlix, Alex, Yorkshire Crafter, and Dorf DMC. And Mark Modz, good evening. Suzanne Southby, is it?
Hello, Suzanne.
And Crafty Chris, good evening, Horlix, Alex Dimitridouris, Yorkshire Crafter, and Suzanne Southby. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing your names properly.
Oh, you're all right.
Yorkshire Crafter, evening, Dave Mark Builds, Mark Modz, and Crafty Chris. D Harris, Horlix, and Yorkshire Crafter, good evening. Yorkshire Crafter, evening, D. Harris. Horlix, hi to all that said, hi and to all in chat and that. Yorkshire Crafter, good evening to Horlix. Horlix, evening. D. Harris, you're live.
Oh, good.
Alex, hello, Dave, Mark, Ian Campbell, and David Bassett, Horlix, and Mark Modz. Yorkshire Crafter, yes, alive.
Jolly good.
Dave Markles, evening, Geordie Dave. Hi with Dave. And Marvel Picks, good evening all.
Hi, Todd. Yeah, it wasn't 4 o'clock in the morning. It was about 2:15, something like that.
And we have Warren James. Hi, good luck tonight, Dave.
Hi, Warren.
And we have D. Harris. How do, Jody? Hi, D. Dave Mack, evening to Todd. Todd, thanks for stopping by the stream last night, DS Models.
Oh, you're welcome. If any time I'm up like that, I will join.
And D. Harris saying good evening to Todd. Alex saying hello to me, Geordie Dave. Hi, Alex. Horlix, got a cup of Geordie, you'll need it. I've just finished it. Todd, even D. Harris and Dave Mack. Horlix, hi to Todd. God, anymore.
Yeah.
Mark Modz, good evening, Todd, Marvel Picks, and Warren James. Todd saying hi to Alex and Horlix. Stuart Sullivan, hi Stuart, evening all, and hi to D.
Hi, Stuart.
Mark Modz, good evening, Stuart Sullivan. Todd, evening, Mark Modz and Stuart Sullivan. Dave Mack, evening, Stuart Sullivan. And we'll have David Bassett. Good evening, Sir Dave's. Ding ding.
Hi, David. Hey, right. Happy birthday too.
Oh, happy birthday, David. Horlick, where's the time gone? Come, you're on 88 and 89 already.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, tomorrow I'm on 89 and 90.
David Bassett, good evening, watching. D. Harris, Stuart Sullivan, good evening. God almighty, it's getting more. David Bassett, good evening. That's D. Harris saying good evening, David Bassett. Horlix, hi, David Bassett. And we'll have Nigel Braithwaite. Hi, Dave and Geordie Dave.
Hi, Nigel.
Hi, Nigel. Horlix, I'm going to see Eastbourne soapbox racing tomorrow. That'll be brilliant.
Yeah, get some videos and photos.
Yeah, get some videos, yeah, and get it up so we can watch.
Yeah, get it on YouTube, yeah.
Dave McBills, evening to David Bassett. Warren James, evening to Dave and Dad.
Hi,
Alex, hello, Crafty Chris. I hope you're okay, sweetie. Dave McBills, evening to Warren James. Warren James, evening to Dave McBills. Horlix, hi to Warren. God almighty. David Bassett, evening D. Harris, Dorf, DMC, Horlix, Yorkshire Crafter, Crafty Chris, Geordie Dave, and Mark Modz. And David Bassett, hi to Alex Dimitridis. Yorkshire Crafter, evening David Bassett. D. Harris, Dorf, DMC. You're not the only one. I nearly clicked on tomorrow's stream as well.
Sorry about that.
Mark Modz, good evening, David Bassett, happy birthday. And D. Harris, Warren James, a good evening. And Dave McBills, happy birthday, David Bassett. Warren James, evening, Mark Modz. David Bassett, thank you all for my birthday wishes.
You're welcome, David.
And Horlix, where you like doing the chat, Jody? Yes, I did. Yes, I did too. D. LOL. Alex, happy birthday, David Bassett. Warren, evening, D. Harris. D. Harris, happy birthday for tomorrow, David Bassett. David McBills, evening, Nigel Braithwaite. Gillian, happy birthday to David Bassett. Horlix, hi Nigel. D, evening Nigel. I'm just sticking the first names here.
Yeah.
Warren, hi Horlix. D, another cup of yet, Geordie, LOL.
Yeah, it
I need
does.
one in it. Horlix, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear David. Happy birthday to you. Do you want us to sing that again? And Nigel, hi Dave McBill. And more new ones come up. Rascal's Hobbies. Howdy, Rascal.
Hi, Rascal's Hobbies.
And he says, howdy to everyone.
Mm.
And Nigel, hi D. Stuart, evening Horlicks, and Alan Carr. Yeah, we've seen that picture. Horlicks, hi Rascal Hobbies. Nigel, hi Horlicks. God, there's more coming. Horlicks, ha Stuart. D, Rascal's Hobbies, good evening. Alex, Geordie Dave, you're reading all the chat. You deserve a pint. LOL. Yeah, do. Can I start it?
He certainly does.
Can I start it now?
I was going to say, start that comment now, and we'll move on. Thank you ever so much, Geordie Dave. Wow, that was absolutely impressive. That was brilliant. So thank you ever so much, everybody, for the lovely welcome to Dave and everybody else. Yeah, thank you ever so much. So, yeah, it's nice to have Rascal Hobbies in here and Todd as well. So thank you ever so much. And, yeah, we're going to be building some more of this ROUTEMASTER. I'm going to move my camera so you've got the whole screen, if I can. So there we go. And then we're going to start off. I'm going to be using the old Hachette instructions, which come in booklet form like this. And I'm going to be using the instructions. And just as we did on the other side, here's one that I made earlier in good old Blue Peter fashion. There we go. There's one that I made earlier. We're going to be making another one like that. So here. So let's make a start then. So let's get into the packet first off. So Geordie Dave, absolutely fantastic. Dave's been doing the chat now on loads of streams for a long time, and he's got some idea now how difficult it sometimes is on my channel when you're doing it by yourself. I mean, it's horrendous sometimes when you're doing it by yourself. Yeah. I've got to admit that. But yeah, thank you ever so much for that, Geordie Dave. It's very much appreciated because it's not easy at all.
Sorry, I can't help you tomorrow.
No, you're all right. You're perfectly all right, Geordie. No problem whatsoever. Tomorrow's going to be a different kettle of fish. Tomorrow, it's going to be, shall we say, a bit more difficult because we're dealing with bigger parts tomorrow. We're actually putting the top deck on the bottom deck of the bus, but we're actually doing lots of other things besides that as well. We're actually going to be putting some stickers inside, and we're going to be putting some the bottom deck roof on, and we're going to be fastening it all down as we normally do. With screws, etc., and then we're going to be putting the top deck roof on that and just resting it on. So we'll have a little bit of electrics, well, quite a bit of electrics actually, some electrics, some fastening down of screws on the main parts. So quite exactly how I'm going to tackle it on here, I don't know at the minute, because obviously if you've got something to do with this bus, you'll know that it's absolutely ginormous. Yep. So I'm going to ask you, Dave, just to bring them little few bits of chat up.
Yeah, no problem.
The clippers.
Okay, we'll have Mark Modz. Hi, Eric at Rascal's Hobbies and Nigel Braithwaite. D. Harris and Breve Geordie. Yeah, I've had Dave Mac, well done, Geordie. You did very well doing all that chat. Well. I'll just move this up so I can get the rest in. Rascal's Hobby. Hope everyone is having a great evening.
Thank you.
And Nigel, hi Mark Modz, and Alex, Geordie Dave, for reading all that chat. I salute you. Thank you, Alex. And I'll just mark that there.
Okay, thank you very much. Right, okay, let's just remove that from stream. There we go. And then no, it's all right. So pretty much as we did before, we're going to be doing, as I said, the instructions from the old Hachette magazines. I'm just going to check all the parts to make sure I've got everything, and then we'll crack on, as Dave says. So how many parts do we want for this magazine? Well, we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 parts. 16 parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That is correct. Okay, so I found my snippers. So I'm just going to snip these bits of widget off here. And I'd like to take some photographs as well, because I've been neglecting my photographs quite a bit. So what I might do is just every now and again pick up my pad. Oh, that shot across the room. I might pick up my pad and just take a few photographs, and then that might just get me back on track with photographs. So I've snipped these off, and then do need a little bit of paring off on the top here. And yeah, that's not so bad. It's this one, like I can just feel it. So yeah, and if you can hear a doggy noise, that's our Willow that's underneath me at the minute, underneath the table here. So he's like stretched out with his paws all stretched out and everything. So it's a bit difficult when you've got a roller chair and you're trying to get close to the table and he's got his arms and legs everywhere. But bless him, yeah, he's stretched out underneath my work table here. So right, let's have a look. And oh, flying. Wondered what that was on the screen of the computer. It's a darn fly. Dear me.
I'll pick up the next few.
Okay.
Dear Mark, I finally got a diamond painting today of the Spitfire over 18,500 crystals on a 50 by 40 centimeter canvas.
Wow.
And D says, Dave Mac, who will see you on the Thursday live stream then, LOL. And Dave Mac, he says, I need to sort my desk out first, it's a mess.
Yeah, that's one of the problems we all have is messy desks, as it was. So right, the first thing to do then on this is step 1, and that's put the window in here whilst it's upside down the framework. This is at the front of the bus, and it's got a curve on it as well. So but we're working on the Partwork Upgrades mat, and which is nice and soft, and so is very forgiving when you put in screws in and what have you, when you've got curved parts. So it's very good to work on. So if you want one of these, pop along to partworkupgrades.com, and they've got some of these mats. I think they're away on the holiday at the minute though, so you'd have to be going to the waiting list, as it was. Or as it is. So these are EM screws that we go in here with this window, and so we'll put this window in. I think it can only go one way, this window. Let's just have a look. I'll get these on. So yeah, it can only go one way, can this window. Some windows can either go the other way, upside down, if you like. But I think this one can only go one way. Let's see if we can get this in with the EM screws. That's one. So we're away building. We're on with it. So Yeah, we're getting so close to finishing pack 9 now. Yes, I did make a show for tomorrow night, and tomorrow night we'll hopefully get to the end of pack 9. So, because we'll be doing stages 89 and 90.
So
And
what's
then,
that? 3 packs left.
yeah, 3 packs left now, as it is now. Yeah. Oh, where did that go? Where did that go? Don't know. We'll have to pick up the spare one. I think it flicked out of here while I was. Yeah, there's this one, the next one, and then 2 more. So, and then there's 3 packs left with Agora. So there's pack 10, pack 11, and pack 12. And pack 12 is the final pack. So I've already got pack 10. So I'm just testing this to make sure that the glass is in nice and tight. Just wants a little bit more tightening. Okay. Yeah, I've already got pack 10. And so we'll be starting on pack 10 sometime next week. Just a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. That's nice and taut. Yeah, we'll be starting on pack 10 next week. So next Sunday evening, I would imagine it would be pack 10 from then on in. So I'm hoping that the packs will be finished by Christmas. So, and I'm hoping that we'll have a complete bus build by December. So by Christmas, you could say, I suppose. So I'm just going to take a photograph. I noticed last night that Todd was taking photographs of his build as well, which is very good. I mean, I'm just doing it by iPad and making a record of it all, of course. Okay, so what do we have to do now then? So step 2, we have to remove the nodules from the glass, which we've done, and then we've got to make up these sliding windows. So I'm just going to move these out the way at the minute, and then we'll make up the sliding windows. So just as before, we have got a silver line at the top. It's quite obvious that it's only silver on one side and not on the other. So yeah, if you twizzle it around, you'll see it shining, the silver, and these go in a specific way as well. So these go in these frames, in the back of these frames, like that, and they would make it so that they actually slide up and down the frame like that as well. So yeah, always check that the silver is at the top, which it is in this case. And then we're going to be putting one of these in this framework here. So I will need to turn this around and pop this in the frame. So, like so, yeah. But I can't do it without it moving. Let's have a look. So down a little bit. There we go. Just make sure that it's pushed into this frame nicely. And then I'll have to turn the whole thing upside down so that it stays in. And then we'll get a couple of screws to screw it in. Just making sure that that's in. Rather difficult sometimes. Let's have another look. Make sure, yeah, it's in. Yeah, definitely. Okay, and it's in the right position as well. So what screws do we need then? We need, in this one, we need DP screws. Okay, so they're physically going into the plastic at the other side. So there's the EMs, we've got DPs. Okay. So just a couple needed at the top, I do believe, for now. So there's one. Okay, I'll do the most awkward one first in this corner, if it will. See if I can get it to grip. Yeah, I think I've got it to grip there. Get another one in. And I was actually watching something on the television before the stream, and it was a strange program about monkeys. So I don't know what it was like. A modern version of Planet of the Apes, but I was thinking, goodness me, I thought that went out with the ark. So we had a bit of a laugh about it, didn't we, Geordie Dave? Planet of the Apes. That was classic, that, wasn't it? So we've got that in. Just check that it slides. I would like it a little bit tighter than that, so just nip it up with the screws on each side, just very, very gently. And yeah, that's better. Okay. So what else do we need to do now? We need to put the glass in this side, which is towards the back end of the framework. And we're going to be putting OP screws in. So you've got two of these that are identical. And so you're going to be using one of these. And you may have to turn it around so the ejector pin marks line up with the framework and don't get involved with your glass. So you may have to twizzle it around a little bit to find the optimum place to put it so that the ejector pin marks on the plastic don't get shown through the window. So that's the best position for that. And we put that in with OP screws. So already we've been putting 3 bits of glass in. We've put that bit in, we've put that bit in, and this bit, and they're using 3 lots of screws. So 3 different screws. Unbelievable. So OP for this one. And I'm just going to get them started, and I'm going to twizzle it over and show you what I do to make sure that the dirt come through the other side. So just line that up. Let's get them in and get them started, which is very good. So yeah, I think I said that I made a I've made an introduction for tomorrow night's stream already, and I think some of you have gone to tomorrow night's stream, so there's likely to be a bit of chat on there for tomorrow night already, Dave. I think. I know you can't help me tomorrow night, but so I'm sorry about that, people. But I scheduled 2 streams of the ROUTEMASTER to try and catch up a little bit, because, as you know, I've been not been caught up with it for a little while. So I'm putting these OP screws in, and I'm pushing my finger against the plastic frame at the other side. I'm just screwing them in nice and gently, and making sure that they're not going to push through the plastic at the other side. So I've got my finger like where they're going to be pushing through. So, and that's giving 2 lots of support, really. Support to the plastic and a support for the screw going in. So let's have a rattle. Yeah, I think it's nearly there. Let's push on that one, and maybe that one.
I remember doing these windows. Fun.
You remember doing them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit of fun, really, I suppose. Especially if you couldn't get them tight enough and what have you. Yeah, I think that's tight enough.
I've got one or two that still slip down dead easy.
Yeah, I have on one of my other builds, yeah. And what I've done with this one is made it so that they're a bit tighter, so that if we do take it about to displays, the windows are not going to drop so easily.
I suppose if you built a few, you're getting used to.
Yeah, on how they feel, you know, how you feel about it. Yeah, more than anything else. So right, that's stage 5 done. Stage 6, we're moving along with the other sliding window again. Just move that out of the way. We're putting the other sliding window in the other side. So we've got we've got to line it up as we did on the first one and pop it in the sliders at the top, and making sure that the silver bit is towards the top. And there's two holes on each side of these frames which tell you which are the top. So yeah, we've got the silver bit at the top there, we've got the sliders in the correct way, and we'll probably need the other frame now. Yes, we'll need the other frame. So let me just move that one out the way, and we'll bring this one in. Okay, so this one is I've got to get the orientation right on this one. So we'll put that upside down, and we'll put this one in this side by the looks of it. Yeah, I think we put that in this one, this side. Yeah, I'm sure we do. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure that it pops in the frame properly. Well, it would help if you got it the right way around, wouldn't it? We've gotten her upside down. There we are. So yeah, I'm going to pop it in and see if it'll pop in this frame. And this one is a bit reluctant to go in the frame, but I think once we get the screws in, it'll fit in nicely. And once I get it lined up properly, it might go in a bit better. Yeah, sure it will. Okay. So before I do that, I'm going to find some screws. What screws do I need? I need the DP screws. So go back to the DP bag, and there's one of them there. And 2 DPs on the top, and then the others are 4 APs, I believe. So it would help if this went in the framework properly. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to just get the orientation of this right. Yes, it's definitely this side. Okay. So I'm just going to see if I could smooth off a little bit of this framework, because it doesn't seem as though it's going to fit properly.
Well, you always get one, don't you?
Yeah, you always get one.
I'll just hit these 2 chats. What's waiting? Todd saying hi to Eric, Rascal Hobbies. And Rascal Hobbies saying hi to Todd.
Ah, brilliant. Right, so we've just taken a...
Ian Campbell has just popped in. Hello from Prague.
Hi, Ian. Thanks for joining us all the way from Prague. Yeah, we've been telling people about your build cushions, and so yeah, pop along to Partwork Upgrades for a build cushion. I can't you know, give you enough information about these, really, because they are absolutely brilliant for building on. So, and anybody who's got one will obviously say the same, because they are absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, chat's kicked off again.
A lot of hellos and
yeah. So while you're doing that, I'll go. D Harris, Ian, Rascal's Hobbies, hi Ian. Mark Modz, hi Ian. Dave Mack, hi Ian. And Yorkshire Crafter, evening Ian.
He's a popular lad, is Ian?
Yep.
Right, okay, so we're getting there now. We're I'm surprised you haven't got better things to do than to watch me all the way from back.
You got a little bit blurred, Dave.
I've got a bit blurred again, have we? Right, okay, let's try and sort that out. And let me move away from that, and I'll come back on. It's come back, hasn't it? Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, thank you for that, Dave. So yeah, we've got them 2 in now at the top, and we need to get the other piece of glass on. I do believe, yeah, the other piece of glass, and that's held in by OP screws again. You need to obviously turn this around so that the ejector pin marks are hidden by the framework, which this one is nicely. Okay, and then we need the OP screws popping in, don't we? So OPs. So is Prague nice weather there tonight, Ian? Are you enjoying yourself? And what price is a cup of coffee? I think that's what people normally ask for. People who go abroad, don't they? And they usually say, how much is a cup of coffee?
Or a pint.
Or a pint, yeah. So...
Ian says, just had dinner.
Oh, goulash.
And he says it's lovely weather.
Ah, brill. No, you can't wish for anything better than if you've got nice weather and yeah, the food's good and everything. That's really good. I've never been abroad, and I probably never will go abroad. So I can't fly on a plane, you see, because I've actually got something wrong with my span. I've got a pocket of fluid on my spinal cord, and if the pressure gets too much, like in an airplane, for instance, it could make me absolutely... yeah, it could make me paralyzed.
And to answer your question, your coffee. The coffee is about £2.50.
Oh, right. So it's not that bad then, is it, really?
And, oh, that's not bad. Beer's £1.75 for half a litre.
Oof, that's even better. So have a beer on us then, Ian.
Oh, so if you ever got the chance to go up in a Lancaster, you would have to refuse it.
Yeah, I certainly would. Yeah, I suppose the pressure would be different in a prop aeroplane. But
probably wouldn't go as high because it wouldn't be pressurized, would it?
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I've been told to stay away from things like that. So you do as you're told, don't you?
You could go and buy ship abroad.
Well, I suppose so. Yeah.
Go for a trip to Amsterdam or somewhere, or even across to Europe.
Yeah.
Ferry.
Yeah, I suppose that is a possibility. So yeah, we could go by land and train through the tunnel and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. So we've got them windows in now. The only window missing is this one, but we haven't got it yet. But we will have soon. So what do we have to do now then? Well, we have to turn them over and bring in the other frame, and then we have to fasten them together. So as I'm always going to do, I'm going to make a quick photograph. If I can get my iPad struck up.
I'll go through this. Ian says, I've already had too many, Dave. Okay, one more Chaz. And Ian says, a cruise, Dave? Yeah, you can go on a cruise.
Yeah, certainly could. Yeah, never thought about that, but
yeah. Have another as well for me, Ian. LOL. And Ian says, ha ha D.
Right, okay. So let me just put them to one side so I know what I'm going for. Right, okay. So we've got to join these two together, and we need two EM screws in the center here, and so we need the EM back. EM screws. Surely they're FM screws. No, FM screws. My mistake. They are FM screws. So I do need new glasses, obviously. So two FM screws in the center to hold them together. So I usually put a bit of oil in these.
I'll just get new glasses and new reading glasses, and I've already put them on. With reading glasses.
Yeah. So I'm just going to pop a bit of oil in one of these.
And Ian says, that was just a quick visit. See you all soon.
Okay, take care, Ian. Thanks for joining.
Okay.
All the way from Prague.
Yep, cheers, Ian. Nice to hear
Thank
from
you. And stay safe and enjoy yourselves, and which I'm sure you will.
And Dee says, night, Ian. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, jolly good. I've got another one to put on there with oil. Come on. Where did I put my oil now? Can't find my oil. There it is.
What you want to look the oil in?
Oh dear. Right, come on, get in there. Right. Try to put my finger behind it and give it some support. Okay. Now you can see the curve on this, and that's you know, obviously why we don't want to push too much on this, so that the curve comes out the steel, because the curve is part of the bus. So, and yeah, putting oil on them screws has made a great big difference as well. So nicely. Okay, so that's got them in. So I'm happy with that. That's them two screwed together. Okay, what else do we have to do then? So what else we have to do is we have to remove that out of the way, and then we have to work on these two bits here with the two handles. So to do this, I'm going to bring in my pot again. So this is just the plastic pot. I'm going to put some glue in there. I'm going to use a cocktail stick. Glue these on. Come on. Come on out. Come on out. That's it. I'm going to glue these on, and then I'm going to glue them onto the bus. So just a little bit of super glue in the corner, and a cocktail stick. And it's a used cocktail stick as well. So yeah, it's not a new one. Right. Okay. So which way do these go then? So these go into the bus body, and I'll bring up the bus body in a second. And so the handles, sorry, go into these holes there. I'm going to pop a little bit of glue over the hole of this one, and then pop the handle in. I know it's not easy to see, so I'll pop the handle in. Okay, so that's got the handle in there. Leave that to dry for a second. Do the other one. So I'll get it the right way around. A little bit of glue. Okay, you don't have to glue these, but we're going to be taking this to shows, etc. So we don't want these little bits to drop off, such as these little handrails and these little handles. So what do we need now then? We need the bus bringing in, the side of the bus. Let's put that on there to dry. So just by magic, we have the side of a bus. Okay, and you can see on this side that we have one going across there, one going across there, and one going across there. So we've actually got three on this side. So, and if you can see right through the bus, you can see what I did with the other two. And I put the handles at the front. So I'm going to do exactly the same with this and put the handles at the front. And I'm just going to see if these will pop onto these little rivets that are sticking out a little bit. And that one doesn't want to quite go on there, so I'm going to, unless I can push it on. Yeah, I pushed it on with my nail. So I'm going to put a little tiny weeny bit of glue on there. So just to hold it on across there. and across that one. Okay, which should hopefully hold them on. Yeah. So then we're going to go for the next one. Yeah, and the next one is next to it. So with the handle at the front there, and it goes on there and there, so that the handles are all facing the right way, the correct way. I've pushed it onto the pin, and I'm going to just give it a little tiny bit of super glue across the pin, just to hold one on.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than you putting it together and then fold it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'd rather be a bit belt and braces at this stage. So I did exactly the same on the other side, and hopefully they won't come off. So I can now get rid of this bus yet again, and we can move on to the next stage, I think. Or have we done? No, we've done on this stage, so that's the finished view. So we've got, let me just bring this up to the camera.
Did you not put that other window in yet?
No, not yet. So we've got there the finished views of just that one and that one. And then we've got the back side of this to put on, which goes on here, and the other window will go in there. Okay. So that is 87. So we can move this out of the way, and we can bring on 88, can't we?
Yep.
Okay. So here is 88. And again, we're going to open it up and see where all the bits are. I'm going to have a slap of my tea first. Oh, so good. Right. Let's get into this then, shall we? Are you all right, Dave? Are you managing?
Yeah, well, there's only two on the chat, so when you're getting out, while you're doing that, I'll read these two. Rascal Hobbies, Data Ian, and Dave Mac just saying night, Ian, have a great holiday.
Ah, great.
And that's it.
Jolly good. Jolly good indeed. So, once again, we're looking for all the bits.
I'm just going to dive and get a quick drink.
Okay, that's all right, Dave. So I'm going to go through all the bits and get them out this plastic if I can. So, come on. So sorry about the squeaking and everything of the plastic, but it's just one of the hazards of having this build is that it all comes in lovely plastic, all nice and sealed and everything. So there's a window there, there's a window there, and there's a window there, and that should be the windows that's missing. So I'm going to go back to the harsher instructions again, and they will be for the framework, for the windows, for the upper deck. And as you see, once you turn it round that way, you'll see that that's exactly the same as that is. So it should be exactly the same for the instructions in the Agora download site as well, which are here. So, and I'll just go on to there. We've done 87. So let's scroll up here of what we did for 87, and that was the finished views. So 88 is the back one. So, and the framework for the windows for the upper deck, and these are the last side windows that we're going to do. So, right, okay, let me come back on to, oh, my mouse is stuck. There we go. Remove. There we go. So, and then I'm going to have to go solo on that one. There we are. Okay. So, in a similar vein to what we did before, we've got to cut off this widget on here, which I can do with my sprue cutters. Good old sprue cutters. Let's see if I can not shoot it across the room this time. That's it. Yeah. Jolly good. It just needs a little bit of filing. It's just got a little bit of bear on it. Here we go. Okay. So what have we got then? Oh, I've got something stuck to me. I did have. Right. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, have we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Superb. Okay. So, in a similar vein to what we did last time, we're going to do identical to what we did on the other side of the bus. So I'm getting a bit mixed up here with my bits and pieces, and that's because I just need to be getting everything in order. So I am organised, honest. So, right, we've got the framework and we've got the sliding window. So we cut off the nodule on the sliding window, we put that into the framework, the right way up, of course, and observing that the silver goes to the top and the slider bits slide in the sliders. Okay, like that. Okay, and then that would go into this framework. No, it wouldn't. It would go into this framework. Goodness me. It would go into this framework. So, okay, I am organised, honest people. I am. So let me put this into this framework, and hopefully we can get it to sit in there, and then we can screw her in like we did the other one. Come on. There we go. So many frameworks and so many windows. It won't be a bus otherwise, would it? So that's how we pop it in there. We'll turn her over, and we'll probably be putting some EM screws in it, I would have thought. Let's have a look. So, I know the DP screws in this one. Yeah, because going into plastic, aren't they? DP screws. I'm getting ahead of myself already. Screwdriver. DP screws. What's the time like, Dave?
It's 5 to 9.
Oh, we're all right then.
You doing okay?
Yeah, we've only done an hour so far, then, haven't we?
What you need, hurry.
Yeah.
I'm sitting eating dark chocolate from Beamish.
Oh my goodness me. Well, you could have shared it, couldn't you? I like dark chocolate as well. Well, so does Christine.
I did. I just shared it with Julian.
Have you? Oh, right, okay. I don't blame you. I bet it's good, is it? Is it good quality?
Yeah, it's called Jubilee, and it's a bit like a Toblerone, but not the pointed top, without the pointed top.
Oh yeah, Jubilee. It's a little bit tighter. Get them in. It's going a little bit tighter now. Yeah, just a wee bit more, and a wee bit more on that side. There we go. Okay, so we've got that sliding window in, and now we're going to go for the window here. Okay, and that's going to go in, and that's this smaller one of the 3 that's left. So, and that's going to go over here. Observing the same as before with the ejector pin marks, making sure they're hidden from the other side, and we put them in with OP screws. Yes, yeah, OP screws. Okay, I'm just going to move that DP bag up there. So I think there's 4 in this one. Yeah, there's 4 in each side, isn't there? Come on. So again, I'm going to just make them start, and then I'm going to lift the frame up and then put my fingers behind to make sure that they don't push the frame out or anything. Come on. Okay, yeah. This is so much fun. These are the really good issues, the fun issues. And you can almost do it without thinking. It's just we know that there is more difficult issues to come, but they are all very, very worthwhile doing, and properly too. So right, let's get my fingers behind there and get some of these screwed in. That's one. Is it going? Yeah, it's going in there. Let's slide this window up again and get that one in, and get that one in. Okay, I shouldn't be so far off now. Let's just see what that window's like. Yes, that's nice and holding it nice. Yeah, and that one. Yeah. Yep, that's perfect. Okay, so that is this one completed. Okay, with all its windows. Okay, so we're going back to now the back part of the build, which is this part. So I'm going to move that over that and bring this part in. So what have we got to do here then? We've got to screw in the square window and then the one with a rounded bevel on it. So over there. So moving it around so that the ejector pin are hidden by the frame, as we have done before. Okay, yeah, I think that's okay there. So, and then we're screwing it in with EM screws because we're going into metal this time. So we're going through plastic and into metal. Okay, we'll get into the EM screw bag. So are we still in? Focus, Dave?
Yep.
Oh, jolly good. Thank you. Let's go through. See if we can get these in. Get them all started first off, and then we'll tighten them up once we'll get them all in. And you can also use oil on these ones as well, but I don't generally bother.
You have to mention focus, didn't you? Because your focus has shifted since you mentioned it.
Has it? Oh my goodness me! Is it all right now?
Yeah.
I think it is, isn't it?
No, it is.
Yeah, jolly good. Almost makes you wonder if my computer is voice controlled, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it isn't. It's only a cheap one. Bit of a false economy sometimes buying cheap, but it does the job. I'm happy with it. So that's that one. And now we're going for the back window, the one with the curve on it. And this can only go one way. There's 4 screws to go in there as well, and they're EM screws, exactly the same. So we're nearly at the end, Dave. We've got a few more bits and pieces to do, and then we're done.
We'll just hit the 9, just past the 9 o'clock mark.
Okay. Well, they usually say that each issue takes about an hour, don't they? If you're building it, steady and what have you. But we've had a lot of chat to contend with, haven't we? Well, you have. So, right. Just get
I don't know. I've just done a port of the Dodge. It only took us thinking 10 minutes.
Did it? Good God. That's quick. Yeah, I'm quite surprised that some issues on the Eddie Stobbard, for instance, they're very quick, aren't they? So, it's a little bit loose. Getting that. It's that one, I think. Might be there. Yeah, thought it was. What was that? Yeah, that's better. So, that's all the windows in. Jolly good show. So what do we do next then? Well, according to this, we actually fashion this bit to the other bit. Okay, so first of all, I'm actually going to take some photographs, and then we'll have them fastened together. What's something in my chair? It's spun round. Goodness me. Oh. Come on, camera. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Okay. That's a couple of pictures. Right. Let's see where we go with this then. So, yeah, quite obviously, we put this on this pit like that. Turn it over and put the screws in. Just as we did on the other side. So, it's going to be a little bit easier. Not because we can hang that end over the cushion. We can put them together like that. So the bent end goes over the cushion, which is really good. And we can fasten them together. So we're going to need what? We're going to need FMs. FMs, same as we did before. 2 FMs, a little bit of oil. I'm going to have to put a little bit of oil in my tray. This tray. Put in one there. Okay, well, it's got a bit of oil on them threads. And see if we can get it in. And do the same with this one, and then we'll pick it up and we'll give it what for, shall we? Okay, so let's pick it up and finish tightening them off. You can get these a little bit tighter when you get them on the bus, which will be a bit more stable. And you do need a little bit of flexibility, just a little bit, when you're putting these frames on. So, and as I say, you can tighten these up a little bit more once you get them on the bus. So, and once they're screwed to the metal frame here at the bottom and at the top. Okay, so that's the side done. Okay, so what's next then? Well, what's next is we have to go back to the handle and the winding handle of the window winder for the number 3 window. Just checking that we've got all the glass in here. Yes, yep, we've got all the glass in there. I will be wiping them clean after the stream to make sure my fingerprints are all off them. But while we're messing about with them, it's little point in doing anything with it really at the minute. So I will be moving this, and I will be putting the other one on just as we did this one. Oh, should I say the other 2? Oh, can I get the handle out? Yeah, come on. Little silver handle. There we go. So, need the glue again, don't we? And I'll need a little cocktail stick. And I don't know where I've put that. It's that side. Oh, it's a good job I've got a big table, isn't it? So a little bit of glue. Put some glue in there. It's okay, people. It's on plastic. It's not on Ian's cushion. It's on plastic. So we make sure that this goes in that way, turn it around that way, and we put the handle in there. So a little bit of glue on the hole. If we can get some on, there we are. Get the handle and pop that in like that. Okay, and they should all be at different sort of angles as well. So some are a little bit open, some are a little bit closed. So, and then we need the bus back again. So just going to leave that to dry there. Get the bus back.
Well, Roscoe's hobbies, man, this bus is going to be huge. It is huge.
Yes, yeah, it's going to be absolutely huge, enormous. It's actually 27.5 inches in length, so which is absolutely massive. And I've done it again, guys. I don't know where I've dropped my my glue. It's there. Found it. So we'll put that in there, and that side. Let's have a look, see if it drop on that side. Get my nail over it. Yep. I think it's just dropped on there nicely. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue over the widget sticking up, and the same with this one, a little bit more. Clear glue on clear plastic. That's quite a challenge. So, yeah, just press that down. Yeah, sure that's okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's got all the window winders in on that side, and we've got all the windows, the framework. So I'm just going to pick this up and just lay it over the top here, just to prove that it's in the right position and the right piece. So yeah, this model is going to be one fantastic model. It really is, and it is pretty solid as well when it's done. So, and it weighs about 14 kilos, so which is an awful lot. So I'll just temporarily put that side on there. And I just want lining up a little bit better than that, and that's because I've got a couple of things to move, like that tape and what have you. But there we are. So, and I'll just lift that up, and it goes up and up and up and up and up. And yes, from this end to this end is going to be 27.5 inches in length. The height is going to be 14.5 inches high, and it's going to be 8 inches wide. So yeah, that's the other side done. So we don't do anything else to it at the minute. We don't screw them sides on or anything until the next stage. The next stage will be stage 89. And in stage 89 and 90, we put this whole top deck of the bus onto the bottom deck. But we do work on the bottom deck first. We put adverts in. You know that we've got adverts in here, like we did. So we put adverts in the bottom deck, and then we put all the lights on the top here, and then we put a framework on the top here as well, because the roof has a framework on that goes on the top. So your panels will screw to this framework. You can see there's little screws, screw holes, little drill holes in this framework, and the panels sit nice and flush on this framework, and they do look absolutely fantastic. So we've got panel strips as well that go in between the framework. So, and then we've got little rain hoods that go over these sliding windows, and yeah, we've got all sorts of everything all happening with this build very, very shortly. So that's stages 87 and 88 done, and as I said, the next ones is 89 and 90, and that will be tomorrow night. Okay. So,
Roscoe's hobbies, I vote you keep going.
Say again.
Roscoe's hobbies, I vote you keep going.
Oh no, I'm not going to keep going tonight. No, no, I'd love to, but no, not at this time. So yeah, I'd love to.
You get tired.
Yeah, no, you do. You do get tired when you're building. So yeah. So I'm just going to move my camera so it's onto those both, and I'm going to say, I'm going to have a slap of my tea if I can reach it across here.
You're going to switch your camera?
And I'm going to switch my camera in a second. And then we'll say our goodbyes. So let me just switch my camera. So I've got to do this without turning my camera off, haven't I? So, there we are, I'm back on. So yeah, it's quite difficult when you're I'm here in front of the camera. The build is actually over that way, and so it's like a couple of 3 feet over that way on my table here, because I'm on a large dining table. So it's very difficult to do, because obviously it's so big. So come nearer the end of the build, I'll be showing you some other models that we've built in the same vein as this, and we are building another one as well. We're actually building the Southend Transport one for Agora Models, which is the blue and white one, the cab of which you can see here. So this is going to be a special one-off version. So in blue and white, in the Southend Transport livery, and with all the adverts on, etc. That's going to have. So that'll be coming up shortly as well, because we've got a little bit more to do on that. In fact, we've got a lot to do on that. So yeah, we'll be bringing you up to speed with that, and it's paintwork and everything. And that one will be finished next year. This one will be finished this year, round about Christmas time, all being well.
Okay, I'll pick up.
Yeah.
Julian Dot, good show and a big thumbs up.
Thank you, Julian.
Dave Mack, nice work, Sir Dave. She's coming along really well and a great show. Thank you.
Thank you ever so much.
And Rascal's Hobbies, great stream, bro. Can't wait for the next one. Well, you
Thank you.
Because Dave will tell you what the next one is.
Yeah, the next one is tomorrow night. So, and we'll go onto the schedule now then. So I'm not sure if Mark doing an update at 6 o'clock. I'm not sure. Maybe Mark could tell us in the chat here. So yeah, Mark usually does an update on a Sunday at 6 o'clock. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't, depending on if he's got something to tell us regarding the builds and everything. So I do know that the Nexus, that's Kevin, he will be doing an update on his channel at 7 p.m. tomorrow night, and then at 8 p.m. tomorrow night it'll be me live again. So with Build the ROUTEMASTER for pack 9, finishing pack 9 on 89 and 90. Stages 89 and 90 tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. or from 8 p.m. So it's going to be quite epic, because there's going to be a lot to do. I'm going to have to remove my camera and move it somewhere else and try and experiment how I can get it in shot. If not, you'll have to excuse how much of the bus that I do actually get in shot, and that's because it's so big. You know, it's obviously nearly 3 feet in length. So it's very difficult for. We've only got a C920 camera, so unless I can tape the camera to the ceiling, it's going to be a bit difficult to do. Anyway, we'll try and do our best for tomorrow evening. So Monday, I do believe it's the Disney Dolls House on Monday, so at 7 p.m. and that will be on Yorkshire Crafter's channel, be on Crafty Chris's channel, be on Gillian's Dots. Sorry, it'll be on Jay's channel. So Jason's channel, Jay's channel on Monday. and then there will be something after that, won't they?
No, that's
No.
Tuesday.
Tuesday, is it? Right, okay. So Tuesday at 7 p.m. it will be Crafty Chris, and she will be doing Build the Eddie Stobbard. So the next one on that. Tuesday after that, it'll be 8 o'clock time, I would have thought, would be, what will it be, Dave?
The Titanic with me and Danno.
It'll be the Titanic with Geordie Dave and Danno. And yeah, so, and it'll be the next episode on that one. And then that brings us round to Wednesday, and I think I'm not sure what's on Wednesday.
Danno's doing Eddie Stobbard.
Danno's doing the Eddie Stobbard on Wednesday, and then that brings us round to the normal weekly craft and quiz on the Thursday, and Horlix on the Friday, and we're not sure what's happening on Saturday yet, so of next week. Okay, so I think that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll run through this last chat.
Okay.
D. Harris. Nice work, Sir Dave, and a good job on the chat, Geordie. And you?
Yeah, thank you ever so much.
And D, good night to all in the chat.
Thank you.
Dave Mac saying night to D. And D saying night to Dave Mac. And that's the chat done.
Lovely. Thank you ever so much. Right.
Want me to say me goodbyes?
You can do.
Right. Well, thanks for having us on the show tonight, Dave. I've really enjoyed it, even though they really give me a job in the first half of the chat. But yeah, cracking good show. So hopefully again I can come on for you and help you. Unfortunately, I can't tomorrow, but if you want again on a Saturday.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Just let us know.
No problem. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say thank you ever so much, Geordie Dave, for helping me tonight. It's incredible how much the chat it keeps you going, because obviously, a little bit of encouragement here, there, and everywhere, and a thumbs up and everything. It all helps, and it's all free for you guys to do. And hopefully, we're giving you a little bit of entertainment as well. So, yeah, we do have a laugh sometimes, and we have a serious side to us as well, don't we? And everything, but we try and keep it light-hearted as much as possible, and we try and obviously try and get on with the build as much as possible as we can as well. So thank you ever so much, Geordie. It's been much appreciated for your help tonight. I've really enjoyed your company, and thank you everybody in the chat. And if you want to have a look in the description below, you've got several things in the description below. You've got all our channels, including Geordie Dave's channel. All our channels are in there in the description, and you've got Peter Caton with his stickers and streamer stickers for the ROUTEMASTER, and then you've got Ian Campbell's partwork upgrades in there as well, so in the description. So if you need anything for your models, any modifications, then they're in there too. So yeah, tomorrow evening is going to be a big issue to do. So, and yeah, it's with fear and trepidation we go there, but hopefully we'll get it sorted. And goodness me, what else have I got to say? Thank you ever so much for joining us tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure for us to do this for you. Please leave with a nice good thumbs up, and if you have any suggestions or anything, you can leave them in the chat, and that would be appreciated. So okay, other than that, I'm going to say thank you ever so much, and I think there's only one more bit of chat, Geordie Dave.
Yeah, nice old Braithwaite. Thanks, enjoyed the show, Dave and Geordie Dave, and a goodbye to you all.
Thank you, Nigel. Thank you ever so much. Okay, well, what I'm going to do now then is I'm going to go back to my brand, and I've put on the scroller down here where you can get this this bus from. You can get it from these lovely people at agoramodels.com. You can email the customer services at agoramodels.com, and so if you went onto the internet, type in agoramodels.com. You'll come up with the ROUTEMASTER and lots of other models that they do. Wonderful models, museum quality kits, large scale, and they are absolutely fantastic. They're lovely people to deal with as well. So yeah, and they will send this model or a model that they have in their collection all over the world. And they'll give you all sorts of different deals as well. So you could have a 12-month deal, you could have a 24-month deal, you could have a part pack collection, or a whole pack collection to do it all at once. So yeah, there's all sorts of deals on the go. So visit the lovely people at agoramodels.com, and hopefully you'll come up with something if you wanted to get involved in one of their models. And there's always something new as well, isn't there, Geordie Dave?
Yep.
Yeah, so I think the newest one is a transformer, is it not?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. Well, it's time for us to go then. I'm going to say our goodbyes. I'm going to press the button now and say thank you ever so much, everyone. Good night. Take care now. And see you soon.